St. Jude's life-saving work. Since then, this award is given almost every year to recognize the efforts of a young person to show how much we truly need the... Well, it's me again. You know, we don't say it enough, and I hope Phil can hear me say it. We all brag about Marlo and Tony and Terry, but let me tell you something. Danny's son of the heart, Phil Donahue, is a major part of the St. Jude family. He never says no when we call on him. Thank you, Phil, for everything that you do. I'm driving these technical people backstage crazy because I'm deviating from the script, but I have to tell you a true story since Williams-Sonoma just got this award. Marlo brought Williams-Sonoma into our camp. You have already seen the huge impact volunteers have on the success of LSAC St. Jude. But let me make one thing perfectly clear. Volunteers are not paid not because they are worthless, but because they are priceless. And that's why this award as Volunteer of the Year is so important to all of us. We have a great LSAC staff, the best and the brightest in the country, the most devoted, all across this nation, full and part-time, raising almost $1.2 million a day for the research and care for the patients at the hospital. But even our dedicated team could not raise the $580 million we raised this year without the help and support and the efforts of Danny's Army. Over 1.1 million volunteers who helped organize and implement and man 32,700 events annually. They are the lifeline of LSAC's successful fundraising efforts and St. Jude's life-saving work. From toddlers to grandparents in every community in America, these people, many of whom are with us today, are the heart of our mission and have been since the very beginning. Danny wanted it that way. They are the reason why we are here today and why countless children are still here with us as well. We have recognized just a few of these volunteer groups and individuals. Let me assure you there are many, many more deserving of our acclaim. It is only fitting to take a look at what Danny's Army's done, an army comprised of remarkable people such as you, to take a look at what you have done for this special mission over the last 50 years.
Hello, I'm Danny Thomas. Many years ago, I made a fantastic promise to build a shrine in the name of St. Jude Thaddeus. And now, I find that I'm about to make that fantastic dream come true. And the shrine is going to be a hospital for underprivileged children of all races and creeds, non-sectarian and free, to be built in Memphis, Tennessee. I need your help. I can't do it alone. Please help me.
Teenagers, Danny Thomas needs you to help him find a cure for leukemia. Join the Teenage March Against Leukemia in the greater Chicago area on Sunday, May 6th.
This is Carol Burnett asking you to support the work being done at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When you see the giant Danny Thomas badge on the teen at your door, give $1.
I'm proud of you.
proud of the thousands upon thousands of teenagers all over America, in every major city, in every rural district, who have gone door to door proudly begging alms for children who cannot beg for themselves.
Over the years, we've been able to raise over $30,000 for the hospital. So it's been a real good partnership.
The people that give are the people that keep this place going, and they're the ones that keep these kids so happy and healthy, and I don't know how I could say thank you.
I would like to thank everyone who has just made a pledge to St. Jude, because it does go to help children like our son, and I can't think of a better way to be a blessing to someone than by supporting St. Jude.
There is no more way for us to say thank you than by saying a child with cancer might live because of what you've done.
It's kind of a neat feeling and a good feeling to be able to help others, and that's what we want the kids to learn, that all through their lives they have this opportunity to do that and to have that same feeling.
With Tri-Deltas joining together, we truly can make a difference in the lives of children.
My mom has always been a big supporter of the hospital. We thought it would be meaningful to see how you can use all that God has given us and give a little bit back.
The importance of this is to solidify what Peoria and Memphis have in common in treating the kids. The run is a vehicle to raise money to allow the geniuses that work in these buildings to do their work. It's been my honor and privilege to have been here for 25 years, and all of you help.
So many people care about the kids that are here that they donate, whether it's just through the fundraisers like Dream Homes or Mathathons or the Radiothons or the end of
You know, Danny Thomas called us proud beggars. It started with him and Rose Marie, the rest of the Thomas family, Marlo, Tony, and Terry, and of course, Phil. And the family has enlarged. But it's enlarged on the basis of being a volunteer. And Danny felt special about that because Danny Thomas called us proud beggars. He didn't say beggars. He said proud beggars. Because he had envisioned and built something to be truly proud of. And he would be so very proud today to see how this small band of volunteers from the first generation grew beyond anyone's imagination with a determination to succeed that is unmatched by any charity in America. Today, it is my honor, on behalf of Joyce Abusi, the chair of ALSAC, and the ALSAC Board of Directors and all of the volunteers across this country, to honor, to recognize, and to acknowledge one of those determined volunteers for the year 2007. And we do so with the award of the 2007 ALSAC Volunteer of the Year, a man you saw only a few moments ago on the video. He's no Johnny-come-lately to Danny's dream. 25 years ago, Mike McCoy, who was the sheriff in Peoria, Illinois, helped develop the Memphis to Peoria Run. You know, a couple of minutes before coming into this room, I was stopped by the Peoria TV station and I was asked, why is Peoria so important? Why is Mike McCoy being picked as the Volunteer of the Year? Well, Peoria is important for many reasons. It is our first and our largest affiliate. Jim Maloof from Peoria is the person who introduced Danny to ESA. And the Midwest affiliate in Peoria is now named the James Maloof Midwest Peoria. There are more events held in Peoria per capita than anywhere else in the country. There's much more than the Memphis to Peoria Run. And I know I'm driving these guys crazy back there, but let me call your attention to a statue of St. Jude, which sits on our campus, with birds flying. Those birds fly in the direction of Peoria. And at the Peoria affiliate, there is another statue of St. Jude with birds flying, and they fly in the direction of St. Jude. It is only symbolic, but it is a concrete way to show this special connection. Peoria to Memphis, Memphis to Peoria, the Memphis to Peoria Run. Who started it? Mike McCoy. It is a grueling 465-mile run. It begins at the doors of the St. Jude Patient Care Center and doesn't stop until the runners reach the Civic Center in Peoria. In August of 2005, before the 25th anniversary of the run, Mike and his running partner and friend, Tom Kahn, who's with him here today, were both hit by a truck while training for the run. You talk about giving and risking. Happily, both have recovered, and the accident has not dampened their enthusiasm or their commitment. I was just to Peoria with Bill Evans a month or so ago to honor Jim Maloof and to pay tribute to the dedication of the affiliate. And they had 1,200 people there. 1,200 people there. All committed, all dedicated to St. Jude, all volunteers. In the last 25 years, the Memphis to Peoria Run has raised the remarkable $13 million. And the best part, it is still going strong. You know, I'm going to deviate from my text a minute because this guy is just so special. If Danny could clone a volunteer, he would have cloned Mike McCoy. You talk about somebody who gives everything he has to everything he does. Somebody who doesn't search out the spotlight, but somebody who's always concerned about getting the right thing done and maximizing the money he can raise for the children of St. Jude. That's Mike McCoy. That's the volunteer who is not paid because he is not worthless, but who is not paid because he is priceless. my good friend, but more importantly, the best friend a sick child could ever have, receiving the Volunteer of the Year award, Mike McCoy, Sheriff of Peoria, Illinois.
No, I would like to make some quick observations through the eyes of a volunteer. As volunteers, we embrace the vision of men like Danny Thomas, Dick Shadiak, and John Moses. As volunteers, we're in awe of the commitment of Bill Evans, Joe Miro, and the many doctors, researchers, and the St. Jude staff who dedicate their lives to finding cures and saving children. As volunteers, we appreciate the time, effort, and leadership of the St. Jude Board and the ALSAC Board. I consider it an honor to be a St. Jude volunteer, an honor because volunteers, we can hold our heads high, and we know that our efforts are appreciated, and that the funds we raise will make a difference. If we volunteers continue to believe in the vision, leadership, and commitment of those at ALSAC and St. Jude, then the next 50 years will be unbelievable, and the unimaginable will be accomplished. Special thanks to Dave McKee and ALSAC for believing in the run concept. And most of all, thanks to Sherry Ann. She does the work, she takes care of me, and she shares the dream with an unmatched passion. And as I said, it's an honor to be a St. Jude volunteer. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please welcome Marlo Thomas.